What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I will be doing a technical analysis breakdown for Baidu with the ticker symbol BIDU. I will first go over what I see on the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. So here we have the daily chart for Baidu. It looks like I did my analysis back here on Tuesday, May 30th. And it looks like prices did drop a little bit lower, trapped in the shorts, and then rocketed up higher to make two large legs up. So you can see there was one leg up right here, and this was the second leg up. And it reached the measurement target and even exceeded it. So this is looking kind of bullish because we didn't see immediate rejection from the measure move, and we got back above this key resistance. So I believe I mentioned this on my last post, on my last video, that this level right here needs to hold as resistance because the buyer's gonna try 2 times to come back above this level, and the sellers will probably start making another leg down if the buyers failed on their second attempt. So the second attempt looks actually successful, that they got back above this key level, the 131 130 level, because it was prior support. Now it could act as prior support once again, and price could continue to move up higher. So this is looking a lot more bullish than what it was last week, and a lot less bearish now. So it's looking pretty good. Let me go ahead and erase these drawings. Show you guys the overall picture. Overall picture is a ranging pattern. So you can see this resistance at the 155 156 level, and strong support right around the 104 105 level. So it's a very wide range, and these are the key levels because that's what's leading to the very large moves. Obviously there is support and resistance within the range, but these are the major ones. There was this prior uptrend channel in play, but this one is played out because prices made already a break outside of it and 2 attempts higher, which is what you expect to see. So that's textbook right there. After it played out, that's when the very large leg down occurred. This one right over here. So again, just like for the uptrend channel, we had a break and 2 large legs up to the previous extreme point in that channel. For in this case was right over here. The sellers can do the same thing. So we had one large drop to go back down to this prior low, and now we can get a second large drop. So even though this looks pretty good, we could get that second drop, and that might lead to lower prices. However, it could just stall out at the level we just broke, and then prices can still continue to trend up higher. So that is more likely now because it looks like the sellers look weak and the EMA is kind of curling up. So this looks like a trend change, meaning a reversal. So this looks pretty good. Even if we do see that drop, I would be expecting higher prices, and that's even if we do get it. I think it's less likely for prices just to continue to sell off from here. I think it's more likely we're probably going to be seeing higher prices on the chart. So sellers are trying to reach this measured move down right here. So this is all one leg right here. I'll use the arrow. So this is all one drop. Sellers are going to try multiple times to reach this measured target, 2 times. So this is one time right here. On this pullback, it could be the second time. However, if you look at it closely, you could see kind of 2 small attempts within this one large attempt. So that might be just enough for the sellers to give up and prices to continue to move them higher. Because once we hit the highs of the range, prices will go to the lows of the range. And if we hit the lows, we go up to the highs. So if prices stalled out right over here at this 118, 117 level, then that tells me that there's bullish imbalance on the chart, meaning there's more aggressive buyers on the chart for this stock, because they didn't allow the sellers to reach the lows of the range, and it looks like prices are reversing. So either way, this looks kind of bullish for Baidu as long as we don't get, as long as we stay above this 131 level. I think we're going to probably be seeing much higher prices, probably to fill in this gap at the 144, and then obviously the highs of the range at the 155 to 160 level. So that's all I see on the daily chart for Baidu. Let's take a weekly chart view to wrap it all up. So here's the weekly chart. I'm going to zoom in, and you can clearly see the range pattern in play, ranging for more than a year now. That's the strong resistance, strong support, and you clearly see the midline is acting as a minor support and resistance across this range. So sellers were trying to reach the opposite side of the range because we hit the top of it, it should go to the bottom. However, since we had this breakout here, it should lead to a breakout on the opposite side, but price did get rejected here. So that's not really showing strength for the bulls. But once we dropped and prices could not reach this side, we could still be in the formation of getting a breakout on the opposite side, and possibly even a measured move up. So this is all one leg up right here, and this is the second leg up, and it's targeting the round psychological number of 200. So that could be a potential breakout point for Baidu. And also if we double the range, that's where the target would be too. A measure move size of the range could take Baidu to the 200. We'll see if we can get there. As right now, it looks like in the short term there was a range within a range, so that is also very common. So you can see this green trading range within this yellow trading range. Let me go ahead and erase all the drawings, because prices were just going back and forth inside of this green range. It hit the bottom, it hit the top, it hit the bottom, hit the top, hit the bottom, hit the top. So like I said before, prices go from the highs to lows, lows to highs, and then all of a sudden it broke outside of the range, this green range right over here. It tried to come back up, it tested for resistance, sold off, and then the second attempt failed. So the sellers tried, multiple times to stay outside of this 131 level or this green range and failed. Looks like buyers are buying it back up, because you can see the green candles are closing back inside the green range. So that's looking kind of bullish that we came back inside of it. And since we came back inside of it, it could just be a easy travel to the 144 to fill in this gap, and possibly the highs of the range at the 155, 160 level. But like I said before, market moves in twos. We had only one attempt down. We could get that second attempt down. The second attempt down would be very strong confidence, because then that'll be two attempts for the sellers to drop. And then if it fails at the 131 level, 130 level, that's gonna lead to higher prices. But like I said before, sometimes that doesn't set up and we might not get that. But either way, this is looking kind of bullish. Basically, I see a very large ranging pattern and a small one. Prices couldn't reach the opposite side of the larger one, which shows strength for the bulls. And also there was a breakout of the green one that looks like it was a failed breakout. So just like how prices were inside this yellow one, we had a breakout on the bottom and it failed because prices came back all the way to the highs. Just like for this green one, prices broke at the bottom, and we can maybe come back all the way to the highs of this green one too. So basically, range works in macro and micro scales. I go through that in my membership on the fractal mini course. So if you guys are interested in learning about fractals in the market, how you can see a range within range, a channel within channel, and how they are working based on the same principles, there is a mini course in my top-notch chartist membership. Link in the video description below if you're interested in that. But either way, this is looking kind of bullish. I like how the tide is turning for Baidu, and I'd be expecting higher price targets. I could be wrong, but this is looking kind of bullish in my opinion. So that's all I have for Baidu this week, Tuesday, and I'll give you guys an update, possibly another update next week, Tuesday. This is Vee Trades, and thank you for your time. The Vee Trades technical analysis course is now live. Learn to read the chart the right way to prevent costly mistakes. Click the link below to start training now.